document review and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Would you rather be, would you rather have this lawyer job or be a streamer?
I think I'd rather be a lawyer.
Good answer. That's the right answer.
It just seems that like there's so much. I will say, for streamers, it seems like there's so many road mines and landmines in the way of that like you could just get instantly blown up over what he just said about Black Zoomer streamers. And then that's said about Black Zoomer streamers. Steven's probably a little bit more resilient. Said about Black in like the average, a little bit more resilient. In like the average, a little bit more resilient.
Want to hear something crazy though? It's because there's. Want to hear something crazy though? It's because there's. Want to hear something crazy? Yeah.
Crazy.
That's why e-girls don't make it. They just, they quit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, are you living in Miami yet?
Oh no, I'm spending a month and a half in Texas and then coming to South Beach.
Okay. I told Melina there's no chance you're ever moving here, so we'll see. Hopefully we'll
Yo, you moving to New York?
No, Miami. I need good weather.
Yeah, you're not. There's no shot that's happening. But if you do, it'd be
Why?
fun.
Why don't you believe it, Steven?
Because you always say like 50 million random plans that you plan on doing. You just nothing ever happens. I don't know what the fuck is going on in your life. You like do the most random shit all the time.
No, but this one is not just a random plan. This is like from 100 viewers to 10,000 on YouTube.
I thought you told me that you already had like an apartment in Miami. And now you're saying you're living in.
I have to do an Airbnb as a Canadian.
5,
4 months.
4.
But now you're saying you're
3,
living in
2,
Texas
1.
for
just a month and a half, just for the holidays.
Why?
Just gonna do street content.
Why in Texas over Miami?
Because Razor's got this mansion and all this equipment for me to use, so I might as well just use it. I don't really not. I just interview people. It's like political. It's like pick up shit. Whatever.
About Trump?
Yeah. About this red wave. About all that stuff. But
anything's gonna happen. You're like more conservative, right? You're more conservative. So like, do you have a stake in this race between DeSantis types and Trump types?
Well, DeSantis is a Fed, so people in my corner, we hate DeSantis. Right? We're Trumpers, and really, we know that it's either a civil war is coming or we're gonna win.
If DeSantis came up, would you vote for him over Sleepy Joe?
Yeah, of course he would. What?
Yeah, of course. But again, it wouldn't really change anything. DeSantis is kind of like bad.
Well, do you really care between Biden versus DeSantis if they're both bad?
Oh no, I don't care at all. I mean, like that's like two heads of the same dragon. True change comes with the orange. I can't even remember. I can't even vote, so I have to platform the message and get my chatters to vote.
It's hard to remember that.
Yeah.
Because they have no power in Canada.
Well, it's not just U.S. It would be U.S., China, whatever EU's up to. I'm interested. I'm interested in the movers and shakers. I don't really care about Canada. This is global.
You did.
Whatever you guys do changes the world. You guys affect Brexit. You guys affect everything. So obviously, I'm going to tune in to your guys' services.
Yeah, I mean, like, you're right.
And it's also like a trauma. I kind of owe it to you. I owe it to you. Well, I'm a refugee, and I was saved by the US, so I have to.
Wait, how the fuck did you...
Kosovo.
How the fuck did you end up in Canada again? What was the story?
Just family. We had one family with me. And NATO pretty much asked us whether you want to go to New York or...
Pretty base in NATO.
No, it would have been more base not to take any refugees.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta be a patriot, but also not... Countries have borders.
When I chat to ask about...
You should have stayed in Kosovo? Or you would have preferred to stay in Kosovo? Or you think that America would be, or Canada would be more based if they just didn't accept any refugees?
Yeah, I think a big problem with a lot of countries is immigration. If you look at Western countries, yeah, big time.
What would you do? Would you just close the border and renounce the international treaties for refugee and asylum?
Yeah, I would, and I would have to change it into a more. I mean, we'd have to bring the Bible back into school. Once society looks like the 1950s, then my job is done. I can die happy. You know what I mean?
1950s. I feel like that's when a lot of this change was happening. A lot of the major immigration reforms happened in 50s, 60s.
Wow, you're actually yeah. But you know, I said something here where I got totally attacked by Steven's people. I said nobody got in the 1950s, and what I meant was we all have girls that are our friends, and 99% of them get to these parties. We saw these good parties. That stuff didn't happen in the 1950s at this high of a rate. You knew what I was trying to say, right?
No, fuck you.
Do you really think girls were fucking doing Molly in the 1950s? Oh.
So maybe other stuff was happening.
Yeah. That aspect of society, 99% of problems are solved. Yeah. Like, if you think about Steven's chat, their biggest problem they won't admit is finding a girl to spend the rest of their lives with. That's the only Rubik's Cube they have to solve. But it's impossible. It's 2022. It's fucking impossible. You know, Chads have a hard time. So, who do you have to blame for that? It's just the rest of society.
What do you think that does to both the men and the women?
Feminizes them.
Feminizing the women or feminizing the men?
Feminizes the men and masculinizes the women. That's the problem. The women have become too masculinized, going to school, trying to income.
I mean, why do women have to get a job? I don't get why you guys want to get a job. You guys hate women?
Should be allowed to.
No.
Heavily socially discouraged from working.
No. They should be. I don't want them to be taking pills and have anxiety and depression. I want them to have
They'd be
kids.
happier having kids and being moms.
They need kids and a man who says, "Funny, I'm home."
You think that's maybe why the women...
Like, think about
someone
it.
say this.
Think about it. 1950s, Steven would have a suit and tie.
And it would be cool.
It would be so cool.
Wait, can I...
He wears a gay duck shirt now. It calls it gay.
I want to ask you, Zerko, you know who Christian Walker is? Or...
Yes.
Okay. So, I heard Christian Walker say this.
The abortion thing, right?
No. So he said one of the reasons why people should have independence and be able to do what they want to get a job is not because that arrangement isn't preferable, was because men weren't keeping up with their side of the bargain. Because men were sleeping around like Herschel Walker was, and women were just stuck with the man who was cheating, who was not contributing to the house as was expected in that traditional relationship, and that therefore it's all a lie, and women needed it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, there has to be something to that because, you know, men have degenerated over time. They've definitely become a lot more slimy. The further that Americans went from the church, the worse they got. Men are very disgusting now. Most of your buddies would smash your wife, and then they think you're holy. That's not how men were in the 1950s. There was honor back then. And now that's kind of all thrown out the window. When you look at it, the Sexual Revolution, do you know what the peace sign is?
The peace sign? Yeah, like the two fingers.
No, the peace sign, the one you draw, the circle.
Are we doing
yes,
demonic symbols now?
Yeah, well, that peace sign is just the cross upside down and snap. Because really, it's not a joke, really. It's a joke because you're waking up from the matrix. The start of the sexual revolution is just an attack on Christianity, and really we're here where how many of your friends have depression? How many of your friends have anxiety? In the 1950s was suffering this way. Nobody believes that. Nobody.
That men were suffering this hard. I mean, they had other problems. There were other things associated with the 1950s and maybe conflict for the men.
Peace in your heart.
Like what?
Strife will find somewhere else.
Let's think about.
Like, here's my favorite TV show. The best example. Go watch The Twilight. And go look at how men used to be versus now Stephen has a problem with, every man got a 30-second
For I
attention span,
begin
you know?
the
You know, I
restoration
suffer from that. Go look at Twilight Zone and tell me that was not a better time to live. You know, you could actually have a conversation with someone without them coming dogs.
You disagree with all the kind of like degenerate entertainment movies.
Absolutely. The number one evil is legacy media. You take out this Jerry Springer energy out of the TV. Oh, you a human inside.
Like the Judge Judy, Jerry Springer,
Kim Kardashian.
What about Dr. Phil?
I don't like him. That's a fascist mustache. I don't like him. I don't really like any of them, really. Like, who do you like on TV? Who do you think is... You like Oprah?
He's good. I don't know. I don't really like love TV.
I think Jay Leno was okay for a bit. That's about it.
Is the worst of the worst like the Stephen Colbert review? Like the people
Oh, the Clinton payroll guys? Yeah. Kimmel? Jimmy Kimmel.
What do you think about like the proud Islamic societies in the ages gone by? Like, I don't know, the Ottoman societies, the Arab caliphates. Those were societies where supposedly there were supposed to be gender roles, right? But they didn't have a dominant society.
Yeah, I mean, I like a traditional society as much as the next guy, but the greatest time to live would be in the 1950s Christian nation. Nobody, I mean, you give anyone in this chat a time machine, and they're gonna take it.
Unless
They're not staying here for fucking Biden. Trust me on that.
There's like video games.
Like I always get attacked.
There's anime. What about anime? You love anime, right?
Yeah, you got me there. Okay.
Wait. I just want you have to admit this, because you will. Because I know you will.
Well, I would trade it for Spider-Man.
people call anime degenerate, and people say anime has caused males in Japan and in America to become soy boys.
Well, what's degenerate? They're correct, but what is degenerate about Shonen Jump? Yeah, I think they're talking about weeb stuff,
Weeb
right?
stuff.
Yeah, well, that's pedo stuff.
Wait, what's Naruto?
I mean, anything that's intense. Naruto's about deception. It's really about politics. When you look at the Danzo and all that, those arcs, Naruto is a great story. There's nothing degenerate about Naruto. Matter of fact,
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, there's nothing degenerate about Dragon Ball's about sacrifice and training to be the best you can. I mean, there's nothing degenerate.
Would you trade Dragon Ball for Spider-Man?
Fuck no. And I grew up with the comics, like Ultimate Spider-Man comics, but Dragon Ball has every single archetype you could find. Jungian archetypes, like it's beautiful. It's like, if you think about it, every single Shonen Jump anime is it follows the Dragon Ball formula. Like Dragon Ball, Vegeta, the archetype, is the archetype for every single anti-hero ever.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Dragon Ball is amazing.
So when people like Destiny talk about his favorite animes, what do you do? Like,
what does he watch? Like Love Hina?
Love Hina. Jesus Christ. You're talking about animes back from like fucking 1998.
I'm a boomer.
Oh
I'm
my
28.
god. Well, careful. Pisco said that's not what boomer means, okay? Boomer only refers to baby boomers, okay?
No. He's referencing... Literally, you're proving my point. Zerka is referencing his ideal society as 1950, and that's what he's referring to when he says he's a boomer.
No, I say 1950s without the racism, and then I get really pushed back by people, and they say without the sexism, and I go, guys,
that's what made it.
It's what fucking made it. You're kidding.
Oh, so you would call yourself a sexist?
No.
So really?
Well, I think the grander argument they would give was that it's actually more compassionate to advocate for older people.
That's not what he just said.
I love you for that, Steven. That's all that's. Yeah. Oh, but it really comes down to people being on nature.
Who's chaotic?
Well, when you look at men who are chaotic, they're in prison. So yeah, men are not that chaotic. They're the ones you and I talk to, 100% they're not chaotic. Because when men are chaotic, they're gone. They get locked up. It's over. They take it very extreme. If you ever see Steven in the subway in a 1950s noir coat, it means he's pushing balls. I'm kidding. question, Pisco. Do you think female nature is chaotic? And let's talk about Zoomer female. Let's talk about
weak.
Up until 30 years old women. Let's not.
What do you mean by what do you mean by chaotic? Because I think that a lot of the more
self-destructive.
The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hands.
No, from my personal experience, like I will just say from my personal experience, I don't know any facts about chaotic, self-destructive tendencies. But
holy crap! You never get sweaty when you see a female pirate.
No, but I also don't see a lot of female pirates. I don't know that if I remember any time I've been on a plane.
Then you walk with God. You know how much money I've lost as soon as I see the female pilot.
You've left flights because there's been a female pilot?
Absolutely.
No,
but have you looked up the statistics? Would it matter? Have you had this conversation before? I feel like this.
No, the statistics wouldn't matter because if it's that time of the month, we're going like Mohammed Atta. We're going one-way flight into the North Tower.
What do you think happens when a woman has a period? Do you think she just fucking loses consciousness and just starts stroking out, or?
Steven, how's your wife during that time?
You don't have to answer that. I advise.
You guys are children. Also, firstly, guys always say this, but it's not during the period, it's before, is when the emotional symptoms start. It's number one, okay? But number two, yeah, people get a little bit more emotional before their period, but that doesn't mean they're stroking out. They like crash a fucking plane.
Eyes.
No, it's not just before the period, it's before, during, and after.
Well, good one. Good one.
I'm killing it. One in the chat.
Someone in chat wants information about your ex. What's going on with that?
Yeah, we've been broken up 6 weeks and it went nasty, and now we're friends again. We're really close now. It took a while, but basically, Steven, I told you what was happening behind the scenes, right?
Well, yeah, but I don't bring it.
I pretty much landed her in jail, long story short, and
Sounds like you're more chaotic.
Well, I mean,
her in jail.
She busted my lip and she was attacking, and I just called security. And usually, I work in a hotel. I used to work in a hotel, and security just kicks people out of my party. But she didn't want to be kicked out. She'd rather start crying. And then the security called the cops, and pretty much they took her to jail. They saw my busted lip, and I tried to make sure it doesn't happen. And I spent $5,000 to get her out the same night. Huge disaster. I don't drink alcohol, but this is what happens when you're partying, whatever. And now we're cool again, and just don't date streamers. That's it.
Wait, is she a streamer?
Yeah, she used to get like 5,000 viewers back in her day.
No shot. You just completely made that up. Why would you lie like that to me?
Why would I lie about that? You can Google that.
Yeah, what was her name? There's no way there was a woman getting 5,000 viewers that like.
No, she was in a bikini.
Still, 5,000 viewers? That's more than fucking like 99% of women on the platform.
Yeah.
What was her streamer name?
Miss PPJ.
Miss PPJ.
Steven, you met her. You met her with me at the same time.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember she was a fucking streamer. When you say 5,000 viewers, do you mean she like streamed for like 2 days and got a lot of viewers and then stopped streaming?
Oh no, she like made fucking so much money. She lived in LA for like a year. Yeah, it was when that meta started and everyone was getting viewers, and yeah. And then I wouldn't date her, but then when she quit and she regretted her content, that's when I dated her.
Why do you date?
Okay, she had like 1 to 1.5k viewers. Okay.
Well, I guess she lied to me then. I don't know.
Yeah, she did one huge stream. It looks like where she peaked at 3.3k viewers.
Yo, she totally lied to me, didn't she? What the fuck? Okay. I assume if someone's in a tub getting killed. I don't know. Apparently she didn't kill it. She's at 4.5k max. I knew she didn't kill it. Anyways, no, I was proud because like I mean, for 7 months she didn't go out, and she was like pretty much in the cage, and it was nice. It was nice.
People are saying she's dating Ice Poseidon right now. Is that true?
No, she used him to disrespect me, and then when I said I'm gonna KO him, he called me with his buddies begging. I recorded the call. They're begging like dogs. They're like, you gotta get Zerka off us and stuff. And then she just kind of laughed at them. And then one of them had an anxiety attack, and it was really bad. He was a YouTuber. His name's like me. I'm gonna see them. I'm gonna throw gloves at them. We're gonna spar, and I'm gonna get the KO and then.
You see, unfortunately, our
It's the same thing, though.
Ice
Really,
decided
it's the
little
same
boxing
thing.
match.
Yeah, it's like zombies. Like 180 points. So imagine. But then it was bad because I was attacking constantly, and there was this new girl I was talking to, and she totally fucked up. And then she got on call and started being very friendly towards me. And now we're friends. And it's good. Friendship is better.
Why don't you get married?
In 2022, because I date e-girls, dude.
Yeah, who's getting married in 2022 as a big streamer? Why would you lock
I feel like if you want us to go back to it, you gotta lead the example. You gotta be our go-to. I don't know if that's the right reference.
Do you really believe that? Like, you gotta live the life with me?
No, not necessarily every aspect of it, but some aspects.
Well, I have to stop dating girls, but I can't. I can't stop. I just can't.
You're a
stop.
victim. You're a victim of the culture. Just like
Absolutely. I like to see if someone's live. I like to see what they're up to.
Wait, somebody said ask Zerka.
Yeah, man.
Ask Zerka why doesn't fuck with cute guys.
I do. I'm friends. It's just she pisses me off. Basically, the girl, like, before me, she was very cryptic about guys, never talked about guys. During me, never, obviously. And then after, when she was heartbroken, and I don't want to say mad, because, it was really bad ending, she got pimped out by two cars. And I said, what are you doing? And then, now they're...
what does that mean? Wait, what does that mean?
She got pimped out as in she got...
Then she was probably upset, and now she started making it like people are streaming.
They got her into some clothes that she didn't wear. She didn't get that edgy. It was just very creepy streaming, and there was guys on the fucking show, and they got her to, it was just weird, and it was like a revenge against Zerka, because Zerka was so weird. And then the heartbreaking part is, after I talked to her, I'm like, yeah, I regret all that. I'm like, of course you regret that, bro, we were trying to warn you, But anyways, the moral of the story is I predicted this. I said, guys, don't date e-girls. And they're like, why you? And I said, I'm going balls deep. I don't
You
care.
thought you could tame the ego.
No, but that's
No,
the
here's
reason
the worst part, Steven. This is how I know I'm not for relationships. Is for 5 weeks she was trying to fix it. And I was being so cruel. I was so fucking cruel, dude. And that's when I realized, I'm like, it would have been better if I just was free like a bird. But it is kind of liberal to be free,
Okay.
you're a lib. I mean, like, you're the reason why it didn't work. Your version didn't work is because guys are like you, right?
Yeah, well, I pretty much threw it all in the trash when she went to her first Halloween party in 7 months, right? A party. And I said, no, fuck this. And I ended it. And I went to my Halloween party. And everyone's like, what the fuck? But,
You broke up for going to a party, and then you went to your own party?
Yeah, and what sucks is she was fiercely loyal. So in hindsight, it just looks like I'm a maniac. But would it have worked out anyway? Fuck no. You know what I mean? Like, does anyone believe that? Steven knew all my problems, and he's like, get rid of her.
Well, I'm almost always, if somebody's physically attacking somebody, I'm almost always going to say you should just never be with that person.
I mean, chicks get mad sometimes. It's whatever.
That's such a dumb thing to say, but
Yeah. I don't know. I've never met, like, it was bad because, like, I'm a jealous guy, right? But to go to TwitchCon and see every girl calling me daddy and trying to suck me off, that's got to do some traumatic shit to a girl, So the whole puking and all the sadness, like, I should have just ditched that convention, and now I'm going to hell. I have to explain myself to God.
okay.
Yeah. But the cool thing is now we're friends, and friendship is great because even that content I was doing was not okay with her, so now it's perfect.
Jesus. All right.
You cannot date a Zerka. It's just impossible, okay? Because there's so many people DMing me. I don't know what it is, but and here's me shitting on women again, all right? But just try and argue this. Women love a retard jock. Have you noticed that?
Oh, for
Like,
sure.
they'll-
That's the character that I play all the time. So yeah.
Look, no, you're an exception.
How do you explain? How do you? Oh, because he has clout.
Yeah, well, Steven also knows what he's doing with his mind games. But look at that. He's like Chancellor Palpatine and they're Anakin. But look at how many women date retarded like athletes, like retard athletes. It's unreal actually. Like they'll even share them. It's really weird.
That kind of sounds blue pilly.
What do you mean sharing?
No, like this whole girls just like jocks. They don't like me for my brain. That kind of thing. Or
No,
is that red pill? I don't know.
I'm saying women don't know what they want, right? And the dumb jock sets the president. I can't speak with these new teeth, man.
Wait,
You
you
got
get
new
veneers or something?
Yes, yeah, go look on Twitter,
Oh,
dude. I spent
God.
a lot of fucking money.
Why?
Because I'm going to be leading the Trump movement. I'm the only straight white male in the red wing. Or the right wing. You know how weird it is to tell all of them I want Trump's smile and they all laughed at me.
But now you
Are you
got it,
sure?
dude.
I know, now I'm at 10 out of 10.
Good for you, man.
They glow in the dark too. It's fucking hilarious.
Jesus Christ.
I know. And they're like, "Are you sure you want max whiteness?" I'm like, "I'm gonna be doing rallies," and they're like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't think we
Man.
should let you into the country.
Yeah, well, that's not up to you. That's up to Joe.
Yeah, I think that's like you shouldn't be allowed in America.
You
What
know
do
what I
think of that?
need? I just need to go to. You know those creeps who go to third world countries to find their wives? That's who I have to become. You know, Steven, I always thought Miami's like a degen place, but that's some of the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
Which part of Miami?
Brickell.
hard.
You're just
But
in
it's
Down-
actually,
I mean, if that's the type of people
You
you
know,
like, yeah.
streaming doesn't seem like it'd be hard,
Mm.
but it's actually
Ali
pretty
says
fucking
Dirk, that's
stressful.
because you're hot. Yeah, I know.
Because when you try to do
I
your
mean,
best,
when you
you
look
have one
at it,
shitty
right?
stream, the whole
My
fucking
life
past
would've
week has
been
been
perfect
shit.
Oh my
if I
you
was-
fucking
know,
God.
People fucking
If I was not straight,
sit
my
there
life
and
would be
they
perfect.
like I don't know, man. It's just part of
Why?
it. So I'm not
Why
even
do
gonna.
you-
I'm not
why did
complaining
you-
about it.
No,
I
no,
understand that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. It's
Wait, what happened, Dust?
Look at the teeth,
I'm
Steven.
being
I
an
got.
asshole. I'm
Look
actually
how
being a dick.
big they
Oh my
are.
god.
Yeah, I'm just being a dick.
Look how numb my lips were. I'm like Brad Pitt now.
Why?
I didn't really like the old ones. You know, I couldn't do a speech in front of thousands of people.
How much did that cost?
Oh, too much. I don't want to talk about it because it was like a celebrity guy. He does like celebrity teeth, but teeth and tattoos you have to go expensive, right?
Yeah. Teeth?
You have
Like-
tattoos, right?
No.
Not that kind of Latino.
I'm a lawyer. I'm a lawyer Latino.
I'm sure lawyers have tattoos.
Yeah, they do.
You get paid,
That's what they touch me.
I work for a big law.
you get paid more than.
Probably wow. Steve, what do you make?
I'm in the upper median, pulling 90K a year right now. Okay, doing well for myself.
No, you're not. You're doing way more.
After my Georgia canvassing, I'm broke this year. Okay, so donate money to me. Thank you, Evil Fossil. You're keeping the whole train running, by the way.
This is the most money you've made. Is this
Steven,
year, Steven?
Steven, you dropped your
Probably.
Steven, you dropped your dildo,
And you're in South Beach now.
I will be in a month.
and that
Or, I
is
guess in
a
week.
100,000
Melina thinks
viewer
we're moving
clip.
to Tuesday.
You're paying dinner. I'm literally doing your job for you.
Dude, South Beach is beautiful. I thought it was ratchet, but that's only for events. It's actually very nice.
Look at his swag. Steven,
I
you
think
dropped your
all of the U.S. is a
Steven, you
shithole
dropped
to
your
live in
dildo.
except Miami.
Oh yeah.
I loved Miami. I was getting
That
stopped
is
on the
a
street.
100,000
People are
viewer
so
clip.
nice.
You're
They
paying
like
dinner.
Trump now. It's
I'm
really
literally doing your job for you.
Miami's, isn't that pretty degen though? I feel like that's like the concentrated.
You'd be
most
surprised, dude. It was more like classy DJ. It was more like escort energy, not really. I did. LA is shit.
There's not like human. That's not true. That's not. I did. I mean, I'm sure if you go to like all the homeless communities, although I guess those are everywhere.
It's really weird. I can't explain it. Even
Yeah,
in a a sunny day,
called traffic.
there's this, yeah, well, even the people look kind of lost, but Miami, they're smiling. You can ask for directions, and then they give you their phone number.
I don't know what it
great.
is, but I think that like those downtown Miami areas, I think it's because there's literally like no fucking poor people. Like everybody in everybody in Brickell, everybody in South Beach, they're all rich, and none of them work either. I don't know where the fuck these people get all their money from, but they don't work and they're all fucking rich.
Yeah, it feels like drug money. Then nobody works, nobody does anything.
No, I don't think it's fucking drug money. I think it's just wealthy family money.
Yeah, no, poor people ruin everything. You're so right.
Thank you, Bae. It's true.
Wait, you know what's funny?
What?
When I was dead, broke, poor,
Yeah.
I was fighting on the streets. Isn't that like, yeah, poor people are horrible people.
True. I felt myself become better with every new paycheck. Yeah.
I'm kidding, obviously.
Are you?
Because if you look at it, poor people are the best looking people on earth. Rich people have to get surgery to even look mint.
Oh my god, I love
Kind of
you.
sad. But like poor people without makeup, they bring nines, tens. It's crazy.
Oh my god, I love you.
Oh, dude, Steven, when I was in Colombia, I was actually
The
blown
moment
away.
I saw you, my eyes
Never
were just,
thought
oh my god, I love you.
People can look so good without makeup. It was
I
impressive.
something really important.
Too
The
used to
moment I
this
saw you,
shit.
my eyes were just, oh my god, I love you.
The government steps in, and to my knowledge, says, hey, can you slow this down? And Twitter says, yeah, boss, no problem.
I need tweets for that. And before you want to go and search, because you're not going to accept this, what you just said was not the case. There was zero government intervention in the Hunter Biden story. That should have been. Now it's not, because you conservatives are dishonest. Okay, but that should have actually been the headline for those stories. It was confirmed by Twitter leaks that there was no government intervention on behalf of suppressing that story.
Wait,
Did he just say that? Did he just say that? Said that. And now
no, fuck you.
Oh,
I'm blaming you, motherfucker. I'm blaming you.
Way before.
Welcome to the show, Counterpoints.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay,
Appreciate
go. I'm leaving in like 30 minutes.
I'm jerking them off. You don't fucking know me.
But that's fine. So, but now your claim.
How much money you want to bet?
You're fine. Your claim has been baby walked to something so harmless that nobody gives a fuck. And then my original point that I said still stands. So nothing here was leaked that was important. Nothing changed any of our understanding of anything. No new information was leaked. Everything is as we thought it was before. That's it.
And most important, the broader point that conservatives try to make, which is that they're being censored, is actually contradicted by the data. That broader claim is just not true.
Well, hang on. This is what Barry Weiss had to present. Our screenshots saying that here are some conservative commentators, and on their profiles internally, they're slapped with tags that say search blacklist, trends blacklist, do not amplify.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
let
you
me
would have
amend
to
my
know.
statement. Wait. Let me amend my statement. You're right. She has evidence that some Twitter accounts of some conservatives were censored or de-amplified in some ways. But
why were they censored or
conservatives
de-amplified? This will come back to
wait a
the
minute.
original argument.
The problem is the broader right-wing argument.
No, ignore that. No, I just want to get exactly
Yes.
with what Supreme said, okay? Supreme,
Please.
okay? Here's the two issues. One is you would need to see the full blacklist, number one, not a selective publishing. That is the most bullshit-ass fucking lack of transparent bullshit I've ever seen in my life. So that's number one. And then number two, the question is, why were they blacklisted? That is paramount. It is the only question that matters. You could show me a list of 100 conservative accounts that are blacklisted. That doesn't matter. Now, let's say in the back end they've got a flag for accounts where these are accounts that have threatened violence against other people. Maybe there's 100 conservative accounts that got flagged that way. If that's the case, then there's no problem. The original claim was that people were blacklisted because of their political nature. That was the claim. Not that there's no blacklist at all. Every single human being, every person, everybody did.
Well, Connor, you made that claim earlier.
That was my claim. When you
talked
that
about
it was exclusively because they were conservative.
Sure, I can tell you, when you talked about race realism versus debunking race or whatever, that this was somehow, we were meant to infer conclusively that this was evidence of algorithmic manipulation. I want to make it clear, I came in to steel man your argument. I'm glad that you gave the answer that I would give, Destiny. I just want to make it clear that I'm not of the mind. Twitter is
Did
like,
I not talk about the fucking sub variables? Like, is that not part of the fucking conversation where I basically said, because conservatives want to talk about certain things that progressives and people in tech don't want you to have a conversation about, this is what's being blacklisted. And it's a sub variable of being conservative. You can probably be a Jewish fucking neoconservative anti-tax fucking jack-off like fucking Ben Shapiro and not get algorithmically suppressed despite being fucking, transphobic because you have enough oppression points to fucking do it and you're not an anti-Semite.
You haven't proved
Whereas
any
if
of
you're,
that. They're judging by oppression points? Just one piece of evidence for that.
Did I just say, well, okay, if you want to just engage with my hyperbole, that's perfectly fine. But basically what I said is, Ben Shapiro is the right flavor of conservative to be popular despite his transphobia.
Sure,
do you have a problem with my less hyperbolic statement?
Yeah, you're making it sound like if he had one or two different features that he would be algorithmically suppressed for his political leanings.
Do you think if he was America first, he would be fucking as algorithmically supported?
Just by being America first? Yes. But now if he was saying like COVID isn't real, then I think that there are certain conspiracies that the social media platforms are shooting down and it will hurt your account.
I literally think like 80% of content creators, especially with the ones that you fuck with who are like fringe fucking lunatics, would viscerally disagree with everything that you've said for the past 45 minutes.
Yeah,
they'd be like, yeah, of course I'm shadow banned.
Everything
I just think no, fuck you. Some of these people are talented and you're being a dick.
Okay.
So
yeah, I know. Blame the algorithm. It's the algorithm. Oh,
I'm blaming you, motherfucker. I'm blaming you.
Way before you weird fucking political guys got on fucking YouTube when it was just us playing video games, the same crying and bullshit about the fucking algorithm was still there. Oh, they changed the algorithm. SEO doesn't work anymore. Oh, I can't put things in the header of my HTML file to get preferential ranking. Oh, the poison. This is just a new flavor of an old fucking argument that my content where I make some weird thing and I've got some dude with like fucking 500 IQ when it's measured on an intelligence scale, when he's got like the weirdest fucking esoteric knowledge. When I sit in front of a fucking camera and I talk about racial IQ differences for 25 hours and I'm not getting 1 million views on my videos, it's because of the fucking algorithm bullshit. Yeah, it's the same crybaby bullshit. That's what I think.
Okay, so hold on, just to be clear before anybody else jumps in. So, Lauren, Steph, Nick, Sargon, fucking all these people, they're just a bunch of crybaby pussies who need to get good.
I don't know for all of them if they've done content that hits the algorithm in a really bad way. So it's hard for me to say. But like, Lauren's channel would probably work fine if she posted regularly and posted content that was relevant to her subscriber base. Yes.
What if she talked about the things that she wanted to talk about?
It depends on what she wants to talk about.
What if she wanted to talk about race realism? What if she wanted to talk about zero immigration? What if she wanted